NetherRealm Studios just released the first balance patch for Mortal Kombat 1 since the game's release. There is a lot of nerfs and buffs in this patch, so I'm going to break it down and show you everything that's changed so far. I know all of you are going to be wondering, did Cyrax get nerfed? And as you can see, the horizontal spin now costs a full cameo bar. So in the previous patch, you'd be able to do stuff like Baraka into the spin, dash up, and then do it again into Cyrax. But you can see he's actually not available to use right now. This is a huge nerf for Cyrax. It takes around 24 seconds to come back, so that is a crazy nerf to Cyrax. I'm pretty sure there's nothing different about the vertical chopper, but the horizontal spin definitely got cooked. Another pretty decent nerf to Cyrax is the net actually has less hit advantage now, so before in the other patch, he would be stuck in that net for even longer, probably still stuck now. I think that the nerf to net is fine, but the horizontal spin is a little overkill in my opinion. I know Cyrax was definitely a problem, but I feel like making it an entire bar is kind of overkill, so that's pretty much all that changed with Cyrax. While we're here with Baraka, I might as well just show you the damage nerfs that happened. He did get a pretty decent damage nerf. Before he was doing like easy 50%. Now he's getting a little bit less than that. I think it's like 41. Yeah, so that's actually a huge damage nerf. Before this update, he was definitely getting 50% from that combo, so pretty decent damage nerf to Baraka there. Up next, we're going to talk about Raiden, who also received a pretty significant damage nerf. So I'm using the Jax cameo right here just to show you a basic combo that you've definitely seen before. But like in the previous patch, this would have easily done 50%, but now it's only doing 41%, so similar to Baraka, huge damage nerf on Raiden. I feel like they're trying to tone down the damage overall in this game. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty confident that the Jax cameo actually does less damage as well. Not 100% sure on that one though, but I'm pretty sure that's true. Next, I'm going to show you a universal change to meter build with flawless block. So you can see when he blocks this move, you can see Raiden's meter going up very quickly. NRS actually made a really good change here. If you flawless block anything, like a special move or anything like that, the meter build pretty much stops immediately. So now your opponent won't be able to do like a block string into Cyrax to build a lot of meter. Because if you flawless block it, they actually build zero bars. So that's a really good change. I know a lot of you are going to ask about Johnny Cage. He did not receive any nerfs. I'm pretty sure he's the exact same. Everything I've tested with Johnny seems the exact same, so nothing to talk about there. Another pretty big nerf, in my opinion, is the Reiko Darius nerf. So now Reiko Darius command grab combos definitely do less damage. They're still pretty good, still 32%, but I'm pretty sure that did more in the previous patch. You guys have definitely seen the Reiko Darius 3-bar with the Fatal Blow combo. This one definitely got nerfed 100%. This used to do around 62%, but I'm pretty sure it does like 56 now. Let me see. Yeah, so you can see already the damage is definitely less. 568, whereas before it did around 62, 63, so not an insane nerf. Reiko's probably still fine with Darius, but definitely a nerf that we have to mention. This isn't really anything too crazy, but Rain actually got buffed in this patch. It's a pretty interesting change, but you can actually get a full combo from this now. I don't know why they decided to do this, but I'm not complaining. I'm pretty sure that's the only thing that changed about Rain. He still has his forward 3 grab and everything like that, so I don't think anything else changed about the character. I'm pretty sure on that. I know a lot of you are going to be asking about the Kung Lao cameo. Yes, it did get nerfed a little bit. It isn't anything too crazy. This is probably the best cameo in the game now, but you can see it definitely comes back a little bit slower. Still very fast. Don't get me wrong, it's still very fast, but it's definitely slower. Also, if you remember, the Kung Lao spin would actually launch as a reversal in the previous patch. That actually doesn't happen anymore, so if you armor with the Lao spin, it just does a knockdown like this. So Kung Lao cameo definitely got nerfed, but in my opinion, still the best cameo in the game right now. I might as well show you the reptile changes while we're here. So his meterless invisibility actually takes longer now. So I think a lot of those Scorpion invis setups might be gone. The trade-off for this is the EX version actually goes invisible way faster. So I think they finally kind of made like the EX have a purpose. But at the same time, they nerfed the meterless one. So I don't really know the idea behind this change. Also, I heard Reptile's damage got buffed. I'm not a Reptile player, so you guys will need to confirm this one for me. But I'm pretty sure there's a little bit less scaling on some of his combos. So maybe Reptile got a little damage buff. This is a character I know a lot of you have been waiting for. We're going to talk about the Sub-Zero changes. A lot of you are probably wondering if his damage got any better. I'm sorry to tell you, it is basically the exact same. I know this isn't optimal, but I'm just showing you that it's pretty much the exact same. He gets around 30 for 1 bar. Even if I had a cameo like Sub-Zero, for example, it's probably going to be doing the exact same damage. I'll try and see if I can find anything optimal, but I mean, like, you can see the damage scaling is really the same. I know that's probably not the optimal combo, but yeah, I don't think his damage changed at all. I'm not exactly sure why they did this, but his EX clone was actually nerfed. You can see, I think it might be a bug, to be honest. They just like fall through for some reason. So if they land on EX clone, you don't even get a combo anymore. Like, it literally doesn't work. I don't know why. It's really weird. I don't know the idea behind this change, but it looks like EX clone is low-key useless right now. I honestly feel like this is a bug, so I don't know why it's doing that right now. Sub-Zero cameo was also nerfed, so if you see right here, I'll do like the freeze, for example. Now let's just say I put the ice shield on. Look how slow it is coming back. You can see that's really slow, right? This was definitely not the case before. It would actually come back pretty quickly, so interesting change. I feel like they're kind of just trying to balance slash nerf cameo, so it's a bit more of like an honest game, I guess. I feel like they went a little overkill with some of these changes, but it is what it is. I don't work at the company. I can't make the decisions. That's pretty much everything for Sub-Zero though. Natara, considered one of the weakest characters in the game, actually got a very big buff. So Natara's blood sacrifice actually got a huge buff. You can see it only takes literally 5 health now. It used to be 50, so you can pretty much get this for free. So basically the way this move works, if you do the meterless version, you get health back by doing moves like this, for example. That gave me more health than I spent sacrificing it, so not only does it give you the health steal, but it also gives you this mid projectile, which is very strong as well. So this is a huge buff to Natara, and if you use the EX version, it's still the same amount of health sacrificed. And look how much health I'm gaining right now just by being near them. I'm not a Natara player, so I don't know how effective this move is going to be, but from my experience and my opinion, I can see this move being like extremely cheap, maybe like top tier, to be honest. It might not seem like much right now, but trust me, this move is going to be used so much with Natara players. Also a small change, but I think it's worth mentioning, is that Melina's 1-2-2 just never whiffs on Baraka anymore. This was a really big problem for Melina players, so Melina players, NRS has got your back. Not a crazy change or anything, but Melina players should be happy about that one. The only change to Scorpion that I know of is his jump 1-2 did change a little bit. He can still do combos from it and everything like that, so I don't think it really matters. I'm pretty sure he can still do the same optimal combo that he did in the previous patch. You can see when it hits, it's a little different to the previous version, but I honestly don't think it really matters that much. I'm not a Scorpion player, so I'm not 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't make that much of a difference. There was one nerf to Kenshi that I know about, so if he's in Sento, he actually can't forward grab you. So before, if he had Cyrax cameo, for example, he could just grab you while Sento was out and pretty much reset the timer because he would get the full combo. I'm pretty sure outside of that, everything's the same with Kenshi, but that is a pretty big change in my opinion. There was also a nerf to Tany's air fireball, so you can see this still launches, but it actually used to restand before, which would give you way more damage. Tanya players might find some crazy combos from this, so it probably won't even matter, to be honest, but as of right now, it does seem like a little bit of a nerf. That pretty much sums up the entire balance patch for today. If there's any changes that I missed, we haven't got the patch notes yet, so as soon as we get the patch notes, I'll leave a pinned comment on this video with any changes that I missed in the video. Let me know in the comments how you feel about these changes. I know Cyrax was a big one. Raiden and Baraka getting some pretty big nerfs, and overall there's some pretty big changes across the board. Let me know if you're happy with these changes or what you want to see change in the future. If you want to go see some Mortal Kombat gameplay on the previous patch, you can check out one of these videos right here. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Damn, rest in peace, Cyrax, low-key.